Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Extropian Built Different podcast. My name is Raul Gamboa from Agora Media, and I'm here with Ricky Alphonse, CEO and founder of Extropian. Ricky, how you feeling today?
Feeling good, man. Praying that Spectrum doesn't screw us up this time. And gotta say, your hair is looking phenomenal, bro. Loving it.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. No, yeah, it's good to hear. It's good to hear. Yeah, today we have something sort of set up for us. The motivation behind the movement. So, what do we mean when we say that? When we're talking about motivation, we're talking about that thing that sort of drives us to get something done more than just, a schedule and discipline, more than just the little things, the or even the big things, the cars and the clothes, right? We all love that, but there's something even deeper than that a lot of times we don't, maybe we take it for granted or we don't think about it enough. So I thought that today was a good episode where we could talk about that sort of motivation that feeds the Extropian project and how Ricky motivates himself. So Ricky, first I kind of wanted to ask you, what do you think about motivation, and how do you think about what do you think about motivating yourself in a sort of entrepreneur situation like this?
I mean, as an entrepreneur, you always have to, you have to be your own biggest cheerleader a lot of the time. Because, you just got to keep yourself up. And, you have people in the company, I have great people in this company that, kind of cheer me on, always have my back, but you still have to keep yourself motivated on the side. Like yesterday, we talked yesterday, you and I, Raul, and it was kind of a down day, for both of us. It's a roller coaster ride, much like life is. It's a roller coaster ride, but you can't keep yourself down too long. You know, so today's a better day. Obviously, I'm more motivated. I picked myself up. I got myself back together. You just have to keep moving forward. But you know, I've always been motivated really to do something, different with my life. You know, I I'm motivated by making a difference in this world. You know me very well, Raul, and then anybody that knows me knows that I've always been different. I don't like to follow the crowd. When everybody's zigging, I'm zagging. I always want to be different from, a phone I'm carrying. You maybe even a car. Like I don't want a car that anybody else has on the road, even, exclusive Jordans or anything like that. I've always wanted to kind of set myself apart from the crowd in any way possible because I think that's what life is about, is we're all individuals, and just letting your particular flavor or your particular, colors shine through. And so, I've also wanted that to pervade into my life, the livelihood or how I make money or what I bring to this world. So, motivations always drove me. I'm motivated by living life on my terms. I don't like being told no. So if I can live a life where I can eliminate the word no as much as possible, something that I strive for, and I'm motivated to keep going with this company. I want to come and go as I please. I want to, go places and not be restricted. And, more than anything else, what's came from that is building a brand that allows me to do that, because our goal here with Extropian is to change the world. And more than anything, our motivation is to help people believe things that maybe they didn't believe in themselves beforehand. I want people to go as far as they possibly can in life and be the best version of themselves. And that's, to me, that's the most ideal scenario for everybody in this world. And that's what motivates me. Also, the fact that I get to change, an opportunity to change the status quo as far as technology goes and just, do something different. So those are, kind of the things that keep me motivated and keep me, allow me to keep my head above water.
Yeah, yeah, and I see a lot of times when it comes to some of the conversations I have with you about this product, you guys are really at the cutting edge. You're talking about, technologies that are either just came out or are going to come out,
Hmm.
or are currently being developed, things like that. And it's very interesting to be in the now, and it's probably a big part of your day. But I do want to ask, what do you see this project looking like years down the line, after the work's been put in, and once things are sort of kicked off, so to speak, maybe after the product launch?
Yeah, um, our goal with Extropian is we want to, as I said before, kind of change the way people view themselves and, just build, our namesake is Extropian. And if you kind of break that down to its meaning, it's, basically, building a better world through technology and building a stronger and better humanity through technology. And a lot of that's why part of our logo is a brain. You know what I mean? The brain. If you look at it, our logo, there's it's not a completed box. It's like part of it's basically the brain stem is sticking out, so it's basically like thinking outside of the box. But also too, it's just a mindset. You know what I mean? We believe mindset is everything. So if we can change a lot of people in society's mindset about themselves and what they can achieve. I mean, that's huge for us. And, building a brand around that, where I'd love to see this go, Raul, is I'd love to see this, become a bumper sticker business where, you see people with our logo on their vehicles. You see people with, our tattoos on them, people wearing our gear, like with our logo on it, because they believe in, we all stand for something. They believe in what we stand for. And, that thought process and the feelings and emotions we want people to have when they use this technology for that to exude through the marketplace and people just buying into what we started this company for and what our goals are with it. So, that's why I'd love to see it down the road. And I would love to see, people breaking records, like I'd love to see people saying, man, this technology helped me believe something, believe that I can beat that record that was seemed to be, so far away. You even have LeBron breaking the scoring record. I want a kid to, basically wear our technology and be able to see his data and say, damn, like I want to surpass the scoring record that LeBron just broke. Yeah, we're here to help people break boundaries. We're here for people to break records. We're here for people to be healthier, for people to be stronger, for people to feel more safe and secure, and know that they're always operating at their optimal level, and giving them a way to kind of see where they were yesterday versus today, and just keep progressing forward, and just becoming a better, stronger, healthier, more efficient human being. That's really, what I want to see this product do down the line. And yeah, we want to we just want to change the game, change the world, and make it a better place through utilization of this technology and through its ease of use, as you've seen, Raul. We fully believe that that's a strong possibility.
Yeah, and I totally agree from what I've seen, and I've only seen some of the surface level stuff in terms of this new technology, but what I really see is, like you said, this sort of widespread adoption potentially in the future, where we are the market leader in a new form factor.
Hmm.
There wasn't such thing as bottled soda, and then there was, and then Coca Cola kind of took over. Like so, it'd be this sort of situation where there's nothing like it before. So it really we are sort of writing the rules as they come out.
Yes,
And that's
indeed.
that's really exciting because then that leads to an incredibly exciting future. Like you said, a
Hmm.
widespread adoption, a culture around this product. But getting there
Exactly,
is not
culture.
easy, right? Getting there is not easy. And I think that a lot of athletes listening, a lot of entrepreneurs listening at home, a lot of times they struggle with motivation. They struggle with getting there to that next level with having that vision in mind. So I kind of want to
Hmm.
ask you, Ricky, what motivates you during these hard times? Like when things are tough, like for example, like yesterday, we both had an insane day with work, and we were talking about it at the end of the day. And it's not like anything is negative, but
Yeah.
being an entrepreneur is not easy. Working in a startup is not easy, right? So, what motivates us during these hard times, Ricky?
Yes, it's like I said, I was on kind of like the downslope of the roller coaster. Now the roller coaster's going back up the tracks again, back up to another hill. You know what I mean? but like yesterday, Raul, like dealing with business, the whole Silicon Valley Bank thing was a little off-putting. I have some friends that's going through some rough times that I'm trying to help and talk through like some situations. But you always know these days are gonna come and go. For myself, I can't let them get me down too long. I'm a leader of this team, so I have to remain strong. I have to navigate the team through some rough waters from time to time, and a lot of those times I have to not let them feel the rockiness that I feel from the helm of the ship. You know what I mean? Um, but one of the things I looked at, and I was just looking at my phone to make sure I had his name right. Dr. Nathan Huberman is, this he had a talk on endorphins, and endorphins are always kind of you 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 attach they attach themselves in a way where it's like for instance, if you're on a diet or something, and the endorphins come from knowing that you're going to get to eat a something that you wanted at the end of the week or something like that. Or you pointed out too at the beginning, which a lot of people always think about the cars and clothes and being able to have access to exclusive things through the means that you develop, that you gather from your hard work and effort in a business. But those are all intrinsic like things that come from the hard work. So he had a very good talk where he's like, you kind of have to attach, there's always going to be things you don't want to do. You want to attach, like, try and get the endorphins there. You know what I mean? You want you want to make the process the thing. You know what I mean? The achievement. You want to, what you learn and how you grow and what you the kind of tools that you develop through the process. That's where you kind of want to attach the endorphins to, and that's where you want to attach the reward system. Essentially, you don't want it to be like, oh, when I finish this document, oh man, I get to pass it on to somebody, and then it's gonna help us get to a point where I'm able to buy this house or do go on this vacation or something. No, make the effort the reward. You know what I mean, and what you learn and how you grow from it, make that the reward. And I took that to heart, and have been trying to put that into my everyday life, and just picking myself up and getting myself together, and knowing throughout this whole process that if we do this the right way. All of these people, because I owe a debt of gratitude to everybody that's stuck by me, and that's put in their blood, sweat, and tears in this. But my motivation, Raul, is also seeing them like live their dreams through this. Like, I want for instance, Sean, if he wants to build a company after this, he, has all the tools to do so. He has the means to do so. He has the access and the network to do so. Justin, if he wants to, have access to MMA events or anything like that, he has the ability to do that. And Tao, if she wants to develop, further develop other technologies or, whatever anybody's dream is from this, even yours, Raul, like I want to be able to make that happen through all of the efforts that you put into this, that's
And
kind
that's
of
rare.
one of the
That's
biggest.
rare.
Yeah, yeah.
It is. It's rare. It's rare sometimes to see that sort of good faith business. A lot of times, where
Hmm.
it. But I have noticed that when there's genuine sort of revolutionary, change in the air, when there's actually some
Hmm.
sort of disruption happening, when there's actually some sort of high quality technology being worked on, high quality work being done, a lot of times there's a more positive environment surrounding that. Because there's this sort of
Yeah.
storm, this electricity surrounding a new form factor, a new way to do wearables. So
Hmm.
I noticed that a lot of times with working with Extropian, that it's not just about this isn't the Ricky's bottom line company. This
No.
is this is so much bigger than that. Like you said, this is about your COO's ambitions to grow. This is about your CTO's ambition to revolutionize wearables. This is, you
Hmm.
know what I mean. This is your marketing department's aspirations to grow into a community that current wearables, can't even claim to have. These
Yeah.
all these ambitions, they come together. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was thinking about the other day. when I was kind of on the downward slope. I'm like, man, I'm really blessed to be doing this. You know what I mean? So even when there's hard times happening, it's like I'm blessed to be doing this. I'm blessed to be where I'm at. I'm blessed to have gotten as far as I've taken this kind of, much of the way, on my own, and then, further along. I won't say much of the way because, all everybody that's came into this has helped take this pretty damn far. But yeah, I was on my own for a long time, and with everybody's help, they deserve to be rewarded, and I really look forward to that day. And but I was just thinking about how blessed I am to be doing this, Raul. Like, um, I worked a job that I didn't like, and I hated waking up every morning. I hated putting on the clothes and going to, getting in the car, and I get to build a culture, and a culture that I believe in. I get to build a product that I love. Following kind of the Nathan Huberman model, like, that's kind of where I always say I love that saying, if you love what you do, you'll never work another day in your life. But if you kind of follow his motto, and you with the endorphins and attach a reward to the effort, you can kind of almost live that mantra. You know what I mean? And I'm just blessed to be doing this. I get caught up a lot of times in the numbers, and the pleasing the investors, and doing this, and trying to get things right for outsiders of the company. You know what I mean? But not talking about consumers, but like the business minds that surround this thing. But man, we really have something really, really cool here. And it's like, I'm really proud of what we're building. It's incredible. Like, sometimes you have to take a step back and, kind of reflect on what you have, because you do get caught up in all the numbers and all this, projections and all of this stuff and cap tables. And it kind of dilutes the your vision a little bit and the dream a little bit. But you really have to take a step back and focus on, like, damn, we do this and we do this right, man, this is going to be incredible. And I'm just, I'm blessed to be doing it, and to have the people around me helping me do this. But I mean, we are really, it's like I said, it gets diluted in everything that you do on a daily basis, how incredible and just how really cool it is. Like, whenever, it's kind of cool whenever I introduce it to somebody new and they see it and they're like, damn, this is awesome. Like, this is the future. This looks like, what do they tell me? This looks like Terminator, like something from Terminator, something from, like, one of these futuristic movies. And that, yeah, sci-fi. It's a sci-fi like tech that you wouldn't believe is, something that people would use today. And when I hear that, it's kind of like brought back into the dream state again. Like, damn, this is really cool shit that we're doing, and man, it's really going to be a game changer. And then, when you kind of take a step back and you go back into that mode, the motivation comes back again. It's like, everything that you're kind of, that's getting you down. You're like, wait a minute, like, let me kind of look back up at this light bulb that has been above my head for, several years. And we're doing really awesome shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's bottom line. Let's just get through all these, like, hurdles, like these hills and everything, and just build this cool shit that we've been working on for so long. And we're gonna change the game, and we're going to see some amazing things happen if we just get past these hurdles. And I think that's the biggest part that's motivating. You know what I mean? Like I said, being the pioneer, planting our flag, being the thought leaders for this new genre of technology. That's got to be, honestly, that's the biggest source of motivation, Raul, to be honest with you.
I love that. I love that. Now, kind of connected to that, let's get ahead of ourselves a little bit, right?
Yeah.
After that hard work is put in, after the team is assembled, after launch and after success, right? We, maybe as entrepreneurs or as leaders, we're faced with a decision. What do we do after that revolution? What do we do after we've changed the industry? What do we do after that, that initial success? How do we keep going? I think a lot of athletes and a lot of entrepreneurs listening, they're faced in a situation where they've had their first run of success and they're like, where do I go from here? So I don't know if you have any thoughts on that, Ricky.
Well, I think I think that's personal to each individual person, For me personally, it's being able to, like I said, it's, how I grow from this process. I was talking to one of my mentors and one of our advisors before this, and it was basically like, man, I essentially want to be where you are, down the road, being able to advise people. Because, Matthew, for that's what I'm talking about in this case. I mean, just a wealth of knowledge, man. You can ask him anything about business, and he knows about it. He can give you, the lowdown on it. He can advise you. He can, give you a scenario or paint a picture for you. And it's like, I'm like, damn, how cool is that? For somebody to come to you and I think, Raul, everybody wants to feel like an expert in something. Um, you know, Anybody, like, I can come to you and ask you about marketing things, and it has to feel good to be able to say,
Mhm.
hey, this is what I know, and teach me and show me the way.
Yeah.
And that's really what I want to do. I want to really just become a well-rounded person, in finance and in marketing and in product development and just all of these different facets. And that's why I love what I'm doing in this role, because it's not, I'm not sitting here and doing the same spreadsheet every day, or like things I used to do, these projects that were just like the same, repetitive, robotic. I can become a well-rounded person and a person that's well versed in so many different areas of business. And I look at some of my other advisors as well, and like, just the access that they have in life and the network that they have in life. Just being able to call up anybody in any industry and you know get feedback, or if they need to get tickets for somebody. It's all about the access and what I can pass on to other people as well. Like, if I know somebody's into something, I can help them get into a show or just go to, on the field of a football game or anything. That's, the what my advisors have kind of built up in their life. Just the know-how. I want to build my relationship capital and my network. And just passed it on to family and friends. And my circle, inner circle, shrinks like every day. You know what I mean? We start weeding people out, but those that are still in that inner circle, being able to help them achieve their dreams. You know what I mean? Help them build businesses with with what I've learned and my network and maybe even my capital that I acquire that I build up. But just being able to pass that on, and all those people that I love, helping them achieve their dreams, or even if it's something like helping a kid get into a Harvard or something. I mean, anything. Like, you have that access, you have the like I said, the human capital, and you have the your own financial capital to just make things happen and make things easier for people that you love. And I think even besides people that I know that are in my personal life, that are in my inner circle, as I said, is also just helping those in need. That's a big thing for me, especially as a Christian. Helping those that are less fortunate, because there's causes that are like near and dear to my heart. I think one of the craziest things, though, Raul, is like how you and I can go to our fridge right now and just get a glass of water, go to our tap and get a glass of water, and we can throw out the remainder of it. We can boil a pot of water and just throw out the water. You know what I mean? And there's people in this world that can't do that. There's children in this world that can't. They can't go to a clean drinking source. They could, they're. It's like they can die if they, drink the water that's around them. Like, so bringing clean drinking water to people. Telling people about God around the world, and like spreading God's word around the world. Also too, just school education is a big thing for me. So helping develop future leaders, like going and talking to people and being somebody of note that's done things and went through this journey, and I can pass my experience on to other people and help them avoid failures and pitfalls, and be successful entrepreneurs as well, because we need more entrepreneurs, especially in certain areas of the country, like in different parts of the world. People need to have access to the entrepreneurial dream. And child trafficking and sex trafficking, I mean, that's like one of the worst things in the world to me. So somehow, some way, putting a dent in that, or trying my best to eliminate that, just causes that are near and dear to me that I have the capital and the means and connections to make, to try and eliminate, as best as possible. So just the philanthropy thing. And like I said, just after this is all said and done, everybody that's put their blood, sweat, and tears into this, them living their dream through this and building maybe even their own businesses. And, on the side of that, as well as me investing in other businesses, much like, the relationship I'm developing with our advisors and investors and things like that, just learning from them and getting into the game and investing in other people I believe in, other companies I believe in, and helping them grow and succeed. So, all of those things are things that I see coming about after this, we achieve our success and, things are moving and shaking in the market and we've gotten the bumper sticker business where people are bought into who we are and why we're doing this, and it's also their why. You know what I mean? That's where I see this thing going after that.
Yeah, I'm so happy that you keep almost like coming back to that sort of connection with others that you've attained over the years with your leadership team, the people working on the project, people who have just listened, tried it out, sponsored fighters. I've noticed more than many other leaders, you've managed to reach out to people in that way. So I wanted to commend you for that, and
Thanks.
it kind of bleeds into the next question that I had for you, which is
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times leaders, CEOs, something that they take into account with the decisions they make is the legacy they leave behind. So, you can answer this however you want, but I do want to ask, where do you want to take your legacy, Ricky?
First of all, I think I've said it already. I want to be a pioneer of this new type of technology, and I know we're always a little vague because we're trying to slow roll this thing and get people excited about it. But being a thought leader for this technology, being a pioneer, the first to do it, I think leaving my stamp and this company stamp and everybody involved in this company, us all leaving a stamp as being the first to do something, bring the first to bring something to the market. You know what I mean? That's a huge part of what I want to have as my legacy. My legacy is just also to somebody that was accessible to people in need, somebody that's accessible to people that wanted to follow a similar path, entrepreneurial path. Being a amazing man of God, being I'd always say I want to be the best brother I can be, best friend I could be to everybody, best uncle, cousin, whatever to everybody, you know what I mean? And ultimately, that's all I want is to just like our technology be the best version of myself, and from that best version of myself to kind of go out and change the world as best I can and help solve a lot of the problems that I believe the world is in need of, that are ripe for change, and the world just needs to change. The situation just need to change completely. And yeah, those things that are near and dear to my heart. And for me, like we talked about, just somebody that lived his life on his terms, and I want to be, I want to be respected for that. Like I never gave up. I was somebody that was relentless in pursuit of what he wanted to do and what he wanted to get, the things he wanted to achieve, and yeah, and just an inspiration to friends and family. I want, at the end of the day, I want everybody to be proud of me. You know what I mean? Including you, just to be proud of me that I stuck by my word and did everything I told you guys I wanted to do.
I love that. No, and I think you've definitely been able to sort of put it all together. So so far we're cooking some cool stuff up in at Extropian behind the scenes. Like Ricky said, we're going to be able to sort of show you guys more about the product as we keep developing new technologies, new features, everything. Um, I kind of wanted to ask you before we ended tonight's podcast. Is
Hmm.
there any other sort of final message you have about motivation, about how to find motivation, and maybe what this whole thing is all about?
Yeah, I mean, I think. one of the problems is the world, how kind of we grow up, I always look back at like children, and like once you hear that word no, it's like that first limit, you know what I mean? And then, from there on, it's like you got to go to lunch at a certain time. You have to, you just get funneled into this, like sheep, you're getting funneled into into these different herds and different like crates and different areas in life. But I just ask like the audience to like break yourself of that. Yeah, like yeah, there's no's and there's limitations that society and maybe even our parents or friends, family put on us, girlfriends, husbands, wives, whatever, put on us. But you just have to, if you find something that motivates you and or there's something you want to do in life, you just kind of have to get away from that mindset, the sheep mindset of being herded into these certain kennels and things like that, and just follow what you believe in your dream, and just find people to help you do that as well. But the motivation has to come from within. Like I said, you have to be kind of your own biggest cheerleader, and you can't rely on other people to cheer for you. You got to do that yourself and motivate yourself and keep yourself up. But it's kind of like Raul. One time at my old job, there was a guy that we had a TV in our office. He used to see a Lexus commercial on there all the time, and he would be like, maybe in another lifetime. And I'm like telling him, like, dude, why not this lifetime? You know what I mean? Like, what's stopping you from getting in this lifetime? And I just kind of, I want people to get out of that mindset. You want something to go out and try your best to make it happen.
Yeah.
Don't put, any type of limit on yourself. And that's kind of my motivation. My motivative words, I guess, to people out there is like, don't put a cap or a ceiling on anything or yourself. And that's why I love our technology, because we're trying our best for people not to put a ceiling on what they can do or what they can achieve. And I think more than any other company out there, that's our focus, and that's what people are going to see and realize they're able to do through the use of our technology. And I think that's it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, no, I agree entirely. I agree entirely. And that's a wonderful message to sort of end this week's episode on. Thank you so much, Ricky, for joining us for this exclusive sort of behind the scenes look at motivation and how motivation works here at Extropian. So, something that I would say is make sure to comment, like, subscribe. Let us know how you get motivated to keep your project going. Are you trying to keep under a certain weight? Are you trying to get a project to make certain amount, dollars per month? Share with the community. Let us know how that's going and where you're taking it. Also, make sure to follow and keep up with new episodes and new posts all over social media. Where we try to stay active. And make sure to follow Ricky too. He's super active on Instagram and LinkedIn. So you can always say hi to him there. Ricky, any last words?
No, I thank you for like the community. We're trying to build a community here, and like I said, the goal is to get people to learn about our why, and people that if it resonates with you and that's what you're about, join our community and be a part of what we're doing, and check for updates. And like I said, when you see the technology and you see how it's used, and it's going to blow you away, and it's going to be something you're going to want to use on a daily basis. It's that easy to use. It's that seamless. It's that natural. Raul knows, he's shaking his head and smiling because he knows what this thing is. But follow us for updates because we want to slowly reveal that to everybody. We don't want you to be on the back end finding out about this thing while everybody else is rocking it and has an advantage over you already. If you're a competitive person, we want you to be competing with the best, straight from the beginning. So follow us and just, check for our updates. And we're going to have a newsletter rolling out. And yeah, we'll be providing updates. And like I said, when we reveal this thing, people are going to be really shocked. And when you use it, it's going to be even more shocking how it's able to help you improve your life and achieve your goals. And yeah, with that being said, thank you, Raul. And thanks for hosting this thing. And yeah, I'm excited. Like I said, yesterday was one of those down days, but the roller coaster's going back up again because I'm thinking about what this thing can do, and I'm just excited.
Yeah, you and me both, Ricky. You and me both. All right, y'all. Well, stay tuned and have a lovely night. Take it easy, y'all.
Take care, everybody. Peace and blessings.